Hello everybody and welcome to a different kind of video than my usual Cerato Chronicles, because those are usually done with pack hunting and interesting hunts, and this is going to be something a bit more different. This is going to be me trying to make solo play more fun. Also, this is my nest. I'm showing you guys because I'm deleting it. So enjoy the nest. It's on the same exact place that I built when we were testing nesting, so big surprise. I like the ocean view, however. It's a nice view. However, the nest is going bye-bye because we are moving. That's right. No more whistling columns. Well, the problem is that I want to play solo, but I get bored solo. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, there's not usually a lot of players for me to eat that are small enough for me to hunt solo. I know New Cerato is stronger than it used to be, but still, when things are in packs or herds, it can be hard to get anything to eat. And whistling doesn't have a lot of players, so it's a little hard to find food here. That player-based food, that is. Now, the other thing is that it's too easy living here. I love whistling columns, but I also know it like the back of my hand. I know where the critter dens are. I know where the bone piles are. The water is usually gator-free. That was a bog of ceratops that freaked me out. The water is usually gator-free. I know all the escape routes. I know the sneaky pathways to travel. I know this place too well, and I'm not at risk here. I'm not in danger here. It's just I don't do much when I'm here. But you might be like, well, why don't you just go outside, whistling columns, and, go hunt in Green Valley? And I used to do that, but the problem is this server allows mixed packing, which can be fun when I'm playing with my friends, but can be very much not fun when you're on the receiving end of it. And a solo medium tier against a mixed pack that contains, a DASP and a Yudi for heals and, a Diplo to make sure you can't use water to escape and a flyer to keep track of you. I like a good, fun fight, but fighting a mixed pack is not a fun fight. And usually when I try to go into open areas like Dry Lake right here or Green Valley, I tend to run into either packs of animals or mixed packs of animals, and I run away and don't come back out of my forest for a while because they're still roaming around, and I really don't want to die in a immensely unfair one-sided slaughter. That's just not fun. It's not fun for me, and I imagine it's not that much fun for the mixed pack, but then again, I've been seeing mixed packs who really delight in slaughtering even tiny babies. So, maybe they do get fun out of it. I don't know. But I decided I'm going to give myself a solo mode challenge because, I've been playing Cerato for 4 years. Even with its ability changes, I'm still pretty decent at it, and playing solo with it is not much fun anymore. And I wanted to fix that because I really like my Cerato, and I want to play her. But, when I start playing her, I'm like, well, I'm not having fun by myself, and my friends aren't around, so I guess I just won't play. And I thought of a way that I'm going to make playing solo fun. And what is one thing I like to do? Fish on dinos that are not supposed to fish. So we are moving to the swamp. And we are going to be a Jaguar lifestyle, where we hunt critters on land, and we hunt fish in the water, and who knows, maybe I'll find some baby players and kill them too. Though I imagine any baby players I find in the swamp are going to be like Sarcos and stuff who are just going to run into the water and get away. But, we'll give it a game attempt every time we see them. And, so we're moving to the swamp. I intend to, what is a frog doing in Dried Lake? That's weird. Anyways, so I'm not too worried about starving in the swamp because there's lots of critters and there's lots of emergency bone piles to eat. I'm pretty confident I can avoid predators by never being caught swimming. I know there's a few shallow crossings between islands, and I plan to memorize those and use them to run away, but we should hopefully have some exciting close calls that don't actually result in me dying to a crocodile. The main struggle is going to be getting fresh water to drink, because, crocodile-infested swamp, and also, I want to periodically fish when I feel like it's safe to do so. And, that's going to cause some danger too because, Cerato can't dive. So how do you catch fish on something that can't dive? Well, you intentionally drain all your stamina and start drowning. That's right. To catch fish on anything that isn't actually a semi-aquatic, you have to intentionally drown yourself. And it's an exciting risk because you have to manage your stamina. You have to manage your oxygen. Actually, no, you don't manage your stamina. You drain your stamina. You just completely deplete it. I meant to manage your oxygen. You have to... Oh, why am I going this way? I don't want to go this way. I want to go this way. You have to manage your oxygen. You don't want to get too low. And, of course, the fish are going to swim away from you. But guess what? You're too slow to catch the fish. So how do you get them? Well, you are like a sheepdog. You're herding the fish into an obstacle that lets you catch it. All while, slowly dying of oxygen. Suffocating, that is the word. All while suffocating to death. And there is always going to be the risk that a crocodile is going to pop up and eat me. So this should be fun. I imagine I will die a few times, but, when we die, I'll just grow back to adult, come back to the swamp, and try again. Because I do like fishing on Cerato. It's just fun. Also, there is an outdated theory that Cerato used to be pretty good at catching aquatic prey. They thought, the tail design and stuff. They were like, no, this thing totally could have swam decently. And it was found, along waterways. And some people theorized that the way Ceratosaurus avoided competition with the numerous Allosauruses that, overpopulate the area compared to Cerato was that Cerato specialized in hunting along water. And now I know this theory has been mostly disproven, but it's still an interesting one, and I like it. Now, some dinosaurs have had eating fish taken away from them from scavenger, but at the moment, Cerato can still eat fish. And developers, if you're watching, please don't take that away. Let me keep eating fish on Cerato. There's science backing it up that it could. Cerato also used to have paddle as a slot when it had hand slots. And I think it should have paddle back and it should go in the leg slot because right now we only have torment. I think paddle would be a nice one, and also skydiver. You should put paddle and skydiver here so we have other options. Just a suggestion. But yeah, so we're going to the swamp, and I've managed to ramble a good time for us to get there. But yeah, I ran around in single player and kind of scoped it out just to see if it was even, possible. And I really think it is. I even found a place where I want to build my new nest. And I would love to show you guys, but I admit I'm still a little bit paranoid that people are going to be like, ooh, I know where her nest is now. I'm going to go there on that server and destroy it. And now, no one has done that to me, as far as I know, yet. I did lose my nest once, but I don't think it was from... I don't want to say stream sniping, but basically I don't think it was from stream sniping. But I'm still nervous of the chance, because I really like this nesting spot. And it's going to be a pain to build a nest there. I'm going to have to enlist the help of some friends to help me build it, because some of the resources are pretty far away or underwater. And of course, I'm not going to be able to... survive long enough to go underwater, long enough to grab resources. So I'm going to have to enlist some friends to build it. So it's going to be really aggravating if it gets destroyed by someone who, saw it on video is like, I'm going to break this. And then I have to do it all over again. So I do want to show the nest location, but at the same time, I'm very hesitant about it because of those reasons. But yeah. I think I have a pretty good plan on how to avoid predators and how to where to travel to avoid getting caught swimming. I'm pretty sure I can catch fish as long as there's no gators in the water. And I think I've even found a relatively safe place to drink, even though I'll still be at risk of crocodiles. I should be pretty hidden while I drink there. And, I'll reveal all of this on video so that people can be like, aha! I'm going to go there as a Sarco and wait for her. But what you don't know is that I'm recording this in February, and this is going to go live, I don't know when, but I tend to record videos a long time before they go live. I record a lot faster than I upload. We're going to just hang out here for a moment. But yeah, so by the time you guys are watching this, I've been doing Swamp Cerato for a while. At least hopefully, if this goes well, I'll have been doing it for a while. We'll see. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna do. I want to try it out. I think it could be fun, but if it's not fun, I will just go back to doing the same old, same old. And you know, for all you know, even though I'm online, that doesn't mean I'm playing my Cerato. And even if I'm playing my Cerato, that doesn't mean I'm solo. I might be in a pack. And if I'm in a pack, I'm going to be roaming the map as usual, not staying in swamp. And, you know, I could be on Suko, I could be on Titan, so, you know, don't come to swamp with the intention of eating me. That's just not cool. If you want to come to swamp as a helpless little baby, just to provide some, you know, internet fame and entertainment, you know, you could feel free to do that. But coming specifically to eat me, that's just mean. Alright, let's get to the swamp. I'll stop wasting your time with rambling and talking, and we'll get to the swamp and get started. Ah, brand new home. That was a baby Sarco noise. That was like a baby Sarco chirp. My home might already be dangerous. I brought a rock because rocks are going to be the hardest thing I need to build my nest with. So I brought a rock to get started on building a nest. That is a baby Sarco, I think. Well, should we already try our crocodile strategy? Or our jaguar strategy? You know, jaguars love killing crocodiles. Oh, he's just gonna go in the water, though, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the water now. Alright, fine. Where's my rock? I put my rock down, and now I can't find it. Where's my rock? Man, now I've lost my rock. Oh well. It's okay. I'll rope some friends in to help me build, and then I'll have a rock. I wonder if I dare go fishing with a baby Sarco around. Like, the point is, I'm gonna be pretty helpless once I go into the water. But maybe he'll stay over there, or maybe he won't, you know, try. So while I was walking around a single player, I did find, the obvious place to fish is the freshwater pond. But also, I think I can fish right here at these beautiful waterfalls. So we're gonna give it a go. We'll see what happens. I might just immediately get killed by a gator. I don't know. Now, this is a little bit off the beaten path for people traveling through swamps, so I might be okay. Now, the goal here, to fish on something that isn't an aquatic, is to drain all your stamina. I see a pike. I would like to get an arapaima. But I don't know if one has... Oh, there is an arapaima. Okay, we're going to try for the arapaima. Alright, we drain all our stamina. There we go. And now we just try to corner the fish. Or, you know, we'll just catch a fish without any effort at all. Easy peasy, pumpkin breezy, look how skilled I am. And just go eat it, I guess. Never mind my delightfully complex strategies and how to fish on something that's not supposed to fish is apparently not needed. Because this was the stupidest arapaima in the world who didn't even notice that there was a Cerato in its face. Don't ask me how. Alright, we are gonna eat this. I didn't even replay that. I should replay eating my fish just because I like to get screenshots. I love screenshots. So we are gonna come over here. Nice little shady. Now this is another thing I like, is there's a lot of ledges and stuff where I should be relatively safe. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna eat our food. Yay, we caught our first fish, and it took like no time at all because I am so skilled. Oh yes, totally not because the fish AI didn't really comprehend. Maybe it was so shocked that there was a Cerato trying to catch it that it was like, nah, this can't be real. I'm tripping. This isn't real. Look at that rainbow colored Cerato. I ate a bad minnow. That's what that was. And then he's dead, so, you know. You know, fun fact, my skin here that I've designed is based off a poison dart frog. So, you know, living in this jungle-y environment suits her. Plus, I actually really like jaguars, you know, as an animal. I think they're super cool. And I am totally okay with my Cerato basically being a Jaguar. I like this idea. So I live in the jungle and I catch both land and aquatic things. Oh, you want to see my my water source, my sneaky water source? Okay, we're just gonna I don't want to. We're gonna hide Mr. Fish here. He might despawn. If he does, oh well. So there's a little ramp that goes up here. There's also a tunnel right there, but the ramp seems easier. And then right over here, if we're sneaky and careful. Now, if you're drinking from water that might have a crocodile in it, it's very useful to listen. Because they might make noises when they don't realize someone's around. But if you look, this area right here is actually very, very covered. I like this bush over here. This is the one bush I was looking for. So if you just, this over here, this bush actually goes right to the water's edge. And we can drink pretty hidden and safe. So this is going to be my go-to drinking spot unless the water quality is bad. And I know I'm kind of potentially hurting myself by saying that because people are going to be like, ooh, let's bring a Sarco there. But ha! You never know when I'm going to be playing Swamp Cerato, and you don't know when I'm going to be coming to drink, so, you know, don't do that. Don't ruin my fun just because I'm showing you my process. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to try to get some friends to help me build a nest and start building a nest. And I am going to mix pack to build a nest. I'm sorry. I try to avoid mix packing on videos. But for this purpose, when I build a nest, I am going to mix pack. I don't know if I'm going to record while building the nest. I don't know if I'm going to record it. But if I do, just fair warning, I am going to be mix packing. I do like the swamp. Like, now that they've toned the tint down a little bit, I really do like the swamp. Because I like jungles. I would never actually want to live in a jungle because, you know, humid and hot and full of bugs. But, like, visually, from the safety of my own home, I really like jungles. And this is really the only jungle area on the map I can play in, so I think this is going to be a fun experiment. I think I'm going to do well as long as I can avoid fishing while there's a crocodile in the water. We'll have to see how well that goes, but I think I can do it. And hopefully you guys enjoy the process and journey as well. Alright, we're gonna try fishing again, okay? I really want to show you guys how I fish on a dinosaur that isn't supposed to be able to fish. So hopefully this time around, the Arapaima is a little smarter, more observant. I am full from the last Arapaima, but I'm not going to bother with that because we're doing this for, you know, showing purposes, not eating purposes. So, of course, you just drain your stamina. I'm going to replay this time. There is an Arapaima there. So, yep, you drain your stamina. This one's also lower in the water. That is going to make it harder to catch. So the general goal is to chase the fish, because they're going to run away from you, usually. The goal is to chase the fish into the shoreline, into the bank, and hopefully high enough up that you can catch it without having to go too low in the water. Because remember, your oxygen is draining the entire time. You know, of course, if we had dive, this would be easier. Oh, I can't reach him. But again, he's not reacting to... Oh, now he's reacting. Okay. Now, we don't have dive, and dive would make this easier. And we don't have any sort of water boost like paddle. And I honestly don't mind not having dive because it makes this a bit more of a challenge. But I would like to have paddle just because a little bit of a speed increase while swimming would be really nice. So, like, I would like Cerato to have paddle back in the same slot where Torment is right now because we could really use more options there. So we're too slow to actually catch fish. We have to get them trapped. We have to use their AI, which is not the greatest, I admit, to box them into the shoreline like this to where we can then try to catch it. However, he is a sneaky little guy and is not being very nice. The first one was very nice, but this one's not being very nice. Stop right... Okay, he's getting too close to the outer edge of swamp, and I don't like this. I am going to go back up get some oxygen. And yeah, I'm going a little deep, little into the main highway of swamp more than I'm comfortable with, but I also really want to try and get this fish. So hopefully there's no gators. Oh, where'd he go? Shoot, he seems to be gone. Well, that's annoying. All right, well, we'll just go back to the waterfalls and try again. We know it's possible. Well, actually, we don't know it's possible. That first fish I caught was kind of a fluke, I think. Haha, water pun, fluke. He didn't react at all to me, and he was at just the right height that I was able to grab him without sinking too far into the water. So I think we just got super lucky there, and I want to show you a more accurate case of what fishing is like, because it's not always that easy. Because like I said, you have to intentionally drown, and you sink slowly through the water as you drown. So the less oxygen you have, the deeper you are. And that also means it makes it harder for you to get back to the surface when you're really low on oxygen. So we're actually going to top up our oxygen here. If you get in shallow enough water, your oxygen will go up, but your stamina won't. However, it does reset your height in the water. So keep that in mind. And this is a pretty deep area, so these fish are pretty deep in the water. And see, we're too high to get the fish right now. We cannot go lower manually. We have to go lower over time. Shoot, he's going the same direction the other fish did. We need them to go... We don't want them to go out this little... I don't want to call it a gateway, but this little gateway into the main swamp. We don't want them to use that. So I'm going to try and go a little further this way and come down this little gateway area, this doorway, this thoroughfare, whatever you want to call it. This access point to the main swamp. We're going to... Oh, shoot, it looks like he's gone too. Where'd he go? Dang it. My goal is to shepherd them away from the open swamp and towards this back area where there's a lot of shoreline for me to get them trapped against, but these dang fish are either swimming away really fast or despawning on me. I'm not sure. Okay. Also, I'm not sure why that nest quest is there. I've already done the build a nest quest, but when I put my nest down, it popped up again. I think it might be a little bug, or maybe just a visual error. I'm not sure. But I'm just ignoring it for right now. Oh, look, we caught a trout. I don't want a trout. I want an arapaima again. We're going for a big boy. Now, if I was just fishing for food, I would take that trout and I would leave and be happy with it, because the trout is more than enough food for Cerato. But I am here for demonstration purposes, and for that, we're going to target the arapaima. So you see, as I'm getting lower in oxygen, I'm sinking lower, and I'm almost on the level of the fish, but now I'm also dangerously close to drowning, like actually drowning and taking damage. Okay, it looks like he's stuck against the branches, and we are going to start taking damage, so we really need to get oxygen. Because once you start taking damage, it happens fast. Okay. Luckily, we were already near the surface. Alright, let's just meander over here. And he's trapped. It's perfect. We've got dinner. Woohoo! Yeah, so there we go. That's the more complicated strategy of catching a fish compared to when the fish AI just doesn't realize you're there and you can catch it easy peasy. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this little demonstration, and I will see you all in Swamp Part 2, where I'm going to hopefully just kind of catch fish and run into gators and have some sort of trouble, hopefully. Watch, now that I've moved to Swamp, there's not going to be any gators. We'll see what happens, but I hope you guys enjoyed this first start.